machine?
This is a Monotype machine, and it's now pretty much obsolete because it was so difficult to work. So a secretary in like another part of the building would type out on a keyboard the words or the letters that were needed in like sentence form or whatever. And that would be transferred onto a long punch card paper. So the punch card paper would then be brought here and fed through here so that this machine could read the holes in the punch card. So depending on the holes, the machine would, way back here, there's a cartridge that goes in, and there's no cartridges around here, so I can't show you. But it's a square cartridge with little tiny brass letters in a grid.
Yes.
Called a mat case.
Yes.
Or a matrix case.
Matrix, yeah.
And this machine, depending on what holes it was reading, would push out each individual letter, and this machine would cast the letters in lead. So back here is where you would melt the lead, and it would get shot through, and then this whole part here, if it was an A, it would move this arm would move so that the A was over the hole for casting. And then if the next letter was a C, then it would all move and cast a C. So this whole part was moving while it was
So this is actually a casting machine then?
Yes, it cast Monotype. So the letters would come out, rather than a long line, it would come out in sentence form, but in individual letters. And one advantage of that was if you did a spelling mistake, you could just take the individual letter out, recast just the one letter. But the unfortunate part of it is there are so many moving parts that it was really hard to maintain, because it's very mechanical, like
and probably moving at a heck of a rate.
Yes, and it moved really fast, so it was like A, C,
that's
G,
your
F,
matrix
K.
there, eh?
Oh, there's a matrix. This is the matrix.
Yeah.
So this whole thing is called a matrix case or a mat case, and each individual square is a mat or a matrix. And on the back you can see the holes that would correspond to the punch card. So this would be moving around.
Yes, yes.
And if it was an A, it would move it to the A and push the appropriate one down into the mold. But it moved really fast. So then you would get your individual type coming out.
So this is actually the Monotype machine?
This is a Monotype machine, and because it was so complex to use, it ceased to exist. And apparently, someone told me that it never ever caught on really in North America, but in Britain it was really popular. So you don't apparently find too many of them in North America.